Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya De Satarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratise Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpa Taruvesha Kripa Sindhu Vya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Brinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam Pangum langhayate girim Yat kripa tamaham bande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Shri Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Mishwaram. Hare Krishna. I saw the marks. It is so nice. All of you have got so much of marks. I didn't got so much of marks. You are all very good. Yes. So today we will be discussing a little bit of introduction and about Bhagavad Gita. Hare Krishna. So, a very important thing we should understand is, before getting into Bhagavad Gita advanced and all those things, that Bhagavad Gita is a book to be practically implemented in life. It is not just a theory book to memorize certain things. Like, for example, Srila Prabhupada, ISKCON's founder Acharya. So one person, one Indian man, he came to Srila Prabhupada and said, Ki Swamiji, I have memorized all the 700 slokas of Bhagavad Gita. And Srila Prabhupada said, are you living even one sloka in your life? You have remembered 700 slokas. एक भी श्लोका जी रहा है क्या तुम जीवन में? And if you live only one sloka, forget about remembering all the 700 slokas. If you live one sloka, that's enough. That's what is Bhagavad Gita. So, the reading of Bhagavad Gita is not like reading some novel. Reading of Bhagavad Gita is for implementation. In the end of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says to Arjun that, Arjun, I have explained all different types of knowledge and everything I have told to you. Now, yatha ichhasi tatha kuru. Whatever you want, Arjun, you do. And then Arjun says, karishye vachanam tava. In the end, we will discuss this sloka sometimes in the advanced course, that karishye vachanam tava. So Arjun says that karishye vachanam tava. Karishye means I will act. Vachanam means your words. So, Bhagavad Gita are words meant for us to act. It is not just words to remember. Okay, I remembered the words of Krishna. Krishna is telling, oh, some people are so expert in remembering all the words. But Bhagavad Gita are definitely lot of slokas and verses and all those things, and we can recite the verses, we can recite them in different meters. But basically, Bhagavad Gita is asking us to act. And if we are not acting, then we are actually not following Bhagavad Gita. So, why we should act is very important. Now, this is a verse which we are going to recite, right? One person can recite. Ahara Nidra Bhayamaithunam cha Samaye nametat Pasubhir naranam Dharmo hitesham Adhiko vishesho Dharme nahina Pasubhir samana. Okay, so this is a verse which comes in Mahabharata, in Hitopadesh, in many places. So it says, the first line you see, what it says, that Ahara, oh, why it's not writing? Okay. There it is, right. So it says, Ahara Nidra Bhayamaithunam cha. So it is telling that Ahara means eating, Nidra means sleeping, Bhaya means defending, Maithunam means mating. So these four activities, Samanya Etat Pasubhir Naranam, these four activities are Saman. Saman means, you understand? Saman means equal. Animals, equal human. How? These four activities. So, and what are the four activities? The four activities is ahar, eating, sleeping, mating and defending. So in these four activities, animals is equal to human. But in terms of, there is one activity where animals is not equal to human, and that activity is dharma. Now, can anyone say what did we define dharma in the last session of our class? Can anyone say what is dharma? We defined dharma. Yeah, anyone remembers the last session? Dharma.
It is as per rule.
Okay, it is rule. Okay. What is that?
It is as per rule.
It is as per rule. Okay. Last session. Remember last session. What is the dharma of the soul? We discussed dharma.
Which is to love and love God.
Yeah.
To love God and to love God.
To love and serve. Correct? This is the dharma of the soul. Now, this is something which animals can't do. Only humans can do. And this is what it distinguishes humans from animals. But unfortunately, you can close it. Unfortunately, what is happening in modern society is we are doing so many activities. You'll see modern society, so many nice activities we are doing. We are creating a lot of gadgets. But imagine you create this gadget, nice iPhone you create, and you make an app called Zomato and you order food. Ultimately, you have created a special gadget, correct? But why you are using that gadget? You are using the gadget to do eating nicely. Instead of you cooking, you are ordering from Zomato. So it is ultimately the gadget is being used for eating only. And you have nice gadget you have designed, and then what you are doing, you are tracking. Now in this iPhone it is options are there. You can track your sleep pattern. At every end of the week, this iPhone gives me that मैं कब सोया, कब उठा, क्या हुआ, कैसे हुआ, dream देखा, नहीं देखा. I don't know how he is understanding that I am seeing dream, but it gives me all details, according to his perspective, because it is iPhone. So it gives some details. Now the question is, we have created such an app and such a system, but we are ultimately using it for sleeping. I am not telling that it is wrong. It is not good. It is important. But why? How you are using it? For sleeping. Now the next thing is, it has also different, like Santanu was telling me that Prabhuji, there are now different apps called the Tinder app, this app, that app, and then you can do dating, you can do this, you can meet, you can create, you can find out where to date and all those things. I was just hearing, I said, my goodness, what people are doing. So now this is a nice application we are creating for doing how to mate, how to find my life partner. Now, this is also important. But when we are using sophisticated things, but ultimately we are using such sophisticated technology for ultimately doing the 4 activities only. Eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. So then the sophistication, what is happening is making humans. So what is happening is humans are just becoming sophisticated animals. We are just becoming sophisticated animals. Because whatever gadgets, whatever technology, whatever science we are creating, we are ultimately using them to do the 4 activities nicely. To improve the quality, to make the quality, to make a quality improvement of these 4 activities only. I am using an iPhone. For what I am using the iPhone? To order from Zomato, or to use the iPhone to find my date using some apps, or to use the iPhone to track my sleep patterns, or use the iPhone to call someone, and ultimately call whom? Ultimately, if you study a little bit thoughtfully, all these gadgets and technologies or whatever science or advancement we are using, we are ultimately using it for making our 4 basic activities more qualitative, more sophisticated, more enhanced. But understand one thing, even if these 4 activities are made in a very sophisticated way, it doesn't make us humans according to scriptures. Humans are special. We are animal. We are a mammal. Like if you study biology, human beings are also mammals. So we are mammals. But we are not just ordinary mammals. Human beings have a special ability to learn about God, and not just to learn about God, to love God. भगवान को जानने का, भगवान को प्रेम करने का जो खासियत है, जो स्पेशलिटी है, वो केवल भगवान मनुष्य योनि में दिए हैं, मनुष्यों को दिए हैं. So that is how we should understand that when we are reading Bhagavad Gita, we have to understand that why Bhagavad Gita is important. So the first basics, in the basics of Bhagavad Gita class, we understood that Bhagavad Gita is important to keep my mind peaceful. Correct? We were saying that stress free होने के लिए Bhagavad Gita जरूरत है. At least if I see my our cows in our gosala, they're peacefully eating their food, peacefully, bindas. And I see the human beings, they have BTech degree, IIM degree, this degree, that degree. They are so much in anxiety. So the basics of Bhagavad Gita, we learned that we have 4 activities: eating, sleeping, mating, defending. भगवद गीता पढ़ेंगे तो ये eating, sleeping, mating, defending को भी peacefully कर सकते हैं. You are able to understand? So what is the framework of basics class? So Bhagavad Gita basics is about understanding that we have 4 activities, and if we read Bhagavad Gita, these 4 activities we can do peacefully, harmoniously, so that it doesn't disturb others. My eating doesn't disturb others eating. My sleeping doesn't disturb others sleeping. My mating, defending doesn't disturb others. So, Bhagavad Gita basics is about taking these 4 activities which are common to animals and doing that in a peaceful, harmonious way. We can eat, we can sleep, we can mate, we can defend, but we need to be sensitive that others also have these 4 basic activities and we should not disturb them. That's basically Bhagavad Gita basics. But beyond that, we need to understand why we require an advanced understanding is we need to understand that these 4 activities does not define human. Humans are defined by knowledge about God and relating with God. It's not that okay, Bhagavad Gita basics we learned, हाँ भगवान है, ठीक है, भगवान है, और भगवान का क्या काम है? मेरे को ठंडा रखना. भगवान का नाम जप करने से मेरा मन ठंडा रहेगा. ठीक है ना? मतलब it is like okay, God is there, but when we are learning Bhagavad Gita advanced, we need to understand okay, God is there, but I have a relationship with Him and I have forgotten that relationship. I am a lover of God. Arey, what is the use of that such a lover that who doesn't know where the beloved stays? हाँ, आपको अपना प्रेमी के बारे में जानना चाहिए ना. आप भगवान के दीवाने हैं और आप भूल गए कि भगवान के दीवाने हैं. So Bhagavad Gita advanced is about learning how to relate with God. Who is God? How can I develop my relationship with God? And spirituality is not just to make my material life peaceful. Spirituality is about giving pleasure. So when it is basics of Bhagavad Gita, we are more concerned about Santi. I think one person is there. I think Santi. Someone is there in our group, Santi. So basics of Bhagavad Gita is about कैसे शांति से peacefully we can do the 4 activities. But advanced is about beyond Santi. beyond Santi is actually pleasure. I'll give you an example how pleasure is beyond peace. Like for example, husband and wife झगड़ा होता है, both are fighting, and husband and wife are fighting, and then what happens? शांति हो जाता है. शांति कैसे हो जाता है? हस्बैंड बोलता है तुम उस घर में रहेगी और बिल्कुल बाहर नहीं आएगी, और हस्बैंड भी दूसरा घर में चला जाता है, और दोनों पूरा पिन ड्रॉप साइलेंस. एक दिन होता है पिन ड्रॉप साइलेंस, 2 days पिन ड्रॉप साइलेंस, 3 days पिन ड्रॉप साइलेंस. हस्बैंड इज गोइंग टू ऑफिस, वाइफ इज ऑल्सो गोइंग टू ऑफिस, सब अपना जीवन चल रहा है. दे आर ऑर्डरिंग फ्रॉम जोमेटो एंड ईटिंग देमसेल्व्स ओनली. 1 2 3 4 5. कितना दिन शांति में रह सकता है आदमी? शांति के लिए शादी थोड़ी ना किया है. अगर शांति जीवन का लक्ष्य है तो शादी क्यों करता? वो तो अकेले में एनीवे रहता था शांति से, है कि नहीं? अगर अकेले में रहना है शांति है तो फिर शादी क्यों किया? सो दैट इज हाउ पीस इज नेवर द गोल ऑफ लाइफ. ब्लिस और प्लेजर इज द गोल ऑफ लाइफ. एंड देन व्हाट द हस्बैंड डज, तो फिर हस्बैंड को थोड़ा गुस्सा ठंडा होता है, वाइफ का भी गुस्सा ठंडा होता है, तो हस्बैंड कुछ गिफ्ट लेके आया है, कुछ सम टी शर्ट और सम ड्रेस लेके आया है वाइफ के लिए, और वाइफ ने भी कुछ स्मार्ट वॉच लेके आया है, खरीद के लेके आया, और दोनों ऐसे टेबल के ऊपर अपना अपना गिफ्ट रख दिए और चले गए. एंड फिर दोनों गिफ्ट देखते हैं, फिर उसके बाद कुछ समझौता हो जाता है, कुछ हो जाता है. करेक्ट? कितना दिन हस्बैंड वाइफ पीसफुली रह सकते हैं? अब पीसफुली रहना है तो क्यों बैचलर, तो पीसफुली था ही बैचलर में, शादी क्यों करते लोग? सो दैट मीन्स द पीस व्हाट वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट in the beginning of the Bhagavad Gita session we talked that Bhagavad Gita पढ़ने से stress free हो जाएंगे. That is not the final goal of Bhagavad Gita. That is an intermediate goal. Because शांति पाने से के बाद ही आनंद आएगा ना. शांति नहीं है तो आनंद कैसे आएगा? समझ में आ रहा है ना? बट शांति जीवन का लक्ष्य नहीं है. Peace is not the goal of life. Peace is not goal. It is a means to the goal. It is a means. It helps us to reach the goal. But goal is not peace. The goal of Bhagavad Gita is not peace of mind, peace of life. Oh, Bhagavad Gita पढ़ के शांति हो गया, मेरा माइंड बहुत शांत हो गया, हरे कृष्ण कर रहा हूं मैं, हरे कृष्ण करके प्रभु जी बहुत अच्छा है ये भगवत गीता, प्रभु जी बहुत अच्छा है ये हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र, हर दिन मैं हरे कृष्ण करता हूं, बट ज्यादा दिन फिर भगवत गीता आप पढ़ नहीं सकते हैं केवल शांति शांति होके. जिस तरह हस्बैंड एंड वाइफ केवल शांति शांति करने से ज्यादा दिन टिक नहीं सकते हैं. उनको आनंद, आनंद से ही. जीवन का लक्ष्य शांति नहीं है, जीवन का लक्ष्य आनंद है, संतुष्टि है. शांति महत्वपूर्ण है बट संतुष्टि जीवन की लक्ष्य है. वी आर ऑल लुकिंग फॉर प्लेजर एंड दैट प्लेजर विल कम बाय गिविंग प्लेजर टू गॉड. जब हम भगवान को आनंद देंगे तब हमारे जीवन में आनंद आएगा. तो भक्ति हमको, भगवत गीता हमको आनंद देने का किताब है. हाउ टू गेट, हाउ टू बिकम हैप्पी इन लाइफ. इट इज नॉट about just about how to become peaceful in life. We will become peaceful, but just by becoming peaceful we will not be satisfied, because we are looking for happiness, we are looking for love. And that love, how to get that love, how to love God, what are the different ways to love God, is Bhagavad Gita advanced. And how love of God can be disturbed, how I can disturb my love. दोनों होता है ना, प्रेम कैसे किया जा सकता है मेरी पत्नी के साथ, और क्या क्या करने से मेरा पत्नी डिस्टर्ब हो जाएगी, तो वो दोनों ज्ञान पता होना चाहिए. I was asking, someone's anniversary was there, I was asking the husband do you know, can you right now do something by which your wife will be thoroughly disturbed and she will leave the Zoom? हस्बैंड बोला प्रभु 10 चीज मैं अभी कर सकता हूँ, अभी मैं कर सकता हूँ, वो छोड़ के चली जाएगी, जो इतना गुस्सा हो जाएगी। समझ में आ रहा है? तो दोनों पता रहना चाहिए। एक है विद्या, मतलब हाउ टू लव गॉड। ईसोपनिषद से विद्याम च अविद्याम च। एक विद्या जानना चाहिए भगवान को कैसे प्रेम करना है, अविद्या भी जानना चाहिए कि भगवान को जो प्रेम है वो किस तरह गड़बड़ हो सकता है, उस प्रेम में कैसे बाधा आ सकता है। तो भगवत गीता हमको एडवांस लेवल में ये सब सिखाता है कि कैसे भगवान को प्रेम किया जाए। 7 नंबर अध्याय से लेके 17 नंबर अध्याय तक भगवान ये 2 चीज सिखाते हैं। 7 to 12 Krishna will teach how to love him, and 13 to 17 Krishna will teach how the love can get disturbed when we get into lower modes of passion and ignorance and tamagun, rajagun and all those things. So the basics of the 6 chapters of Bhagavad Gita, the first 6 chapter teaches us how to be peaceful in life, how to make our mind peaceful, how to make our intelligence peaceful. How do you make your intelligence peaceful? Gyan Yoga. You learn about Gyan Yoga, your intelligence will be peaceful. You chant Hare Krishna mantra, your mind will be peaceful. But that's not the goal of life. Goal of life is to love God, to learn how to love God, and to learn also what all can disturb me in my love for God. So the next 6 chapters, that is 7th chapter to 12th chapter and 13th chapter to 17th chapter. 18th chapter is the conclusion of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna concludes everything. 17th chapter, these chapters basically deal with this principle, right? So giving an overview again is that from 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, okay, let me just okay, so let me write down like this. From let's say 2nd chapter to 6th chapter, Krishna tells how to be peaceful, how to be stress-free, how to make your mind, intelligence stress-free by following the principles of Bhagavad Gita. First is basically to explaining about Arjuna's stress and everything. And then from the 7th to 12th, Krishna says that how to get pleasure in life by giving pleasure to Him, giving pleasure to God. And from 13th to 17th, Krishna says that how you can disturb your life. How you can disturb your life, how you can disturb your pleasure. आनंद को कैसे डिस्टर्ब कर सकते हैं. And he explains about modes and how modes affect us and all those workings of this world. And then 18th chapter is basically conclusion. And the first chapter, okay, let me write here. The first chapter is basically the introduction, the stress of Arjuna. So in this way, Bhagavad Gita is organized, and what we learned basically on a very brief overview is basically this 2nd to 6th chapter. Most of our information are from the 2nd to 6th chapter, which actually focuses on how to make life peaceful. But beyond peace, we need to understand that we need happiness. We are looking for love. We are looking for happiness. We cannot live without happiness. We cannot live without love. प्रेम नहीं रहेगा, कुछ फायदा नहीं है. So, and this principle is only available for the humans. Only human beings can learn how to love God, how to be happy by loving God. Now the next question is, Bhagavad Gita basics has no prerequisite. Prerequisite मतलब anyone. Prerequisite means pre-qualification. कुछ नहीं, सब लोग सीख सकते हैं. But when we are talking about Bhagavad Gita Advanced, we need to at least follow 3 things. The first one is association. We need to understand that it is a practical book and I need to associate with people who are following it in their life. The second one is books. And this is available through classes, reading the books and all those things. And the third one is chanting. At least 15 minutes. I am actually connecting with God and chanting Hare Krishna. So, until unless we do these 3 things, I will tell what in more elaboration. These 3 things, we actually cannot understand the advanced subject matter. We will not be able to fathom. We will not be able to relate. So, like for example, association. So, when we are doing the advanced course, let's say 20, 25, 30 people have given the test and evaluations and all those things are done. So, we will divide the group into let's say 3 groups, ladies separate and the men separate. And we'll have certain amount of little bit of assignments once in a month. Okay, so then all these 8 people can do a little bit of group discussion. You are able to understand? So it will not be like every week. It will be given and then you have your 8 people. So all of you think when you can meet and discuss on some things. So then that association of people who are reading Bhagavad Gita together, that will inspire. So the first principle is to associate with those people, like-minded people. Until unless we do that, we'll not be able to understand the advanced subject matter. Because it has to be done. Bhagavad Gita in the 10th chapter, Krishna clearly says, Mat chitta madgata prana bodhayantaha paraspara. मेरे बातों को, ये जो 7th to 12th I was talking ना advanced, मेरे बातों को कौन समझ सकता है? परस्परा. Paraspara. So A is for that paraspara principle which Krishna is telling. जो परस्पर करता है, एक साथ डिस्कस करता है, वो ही केवल समझ सकता है, उसी को केवल आनंद समझ में आएगा भगवद गीता क्या बोलते हैं. तो so Krishna clearly says this. So I am not trying to create some principle which Krishna has not put. So this Krishna says in 10.9, 10th chapter, 9th sloka, Krishna is telling paraspara matchitta madgata prana bodhayantaha paraspara. So the next principle is reading the books or hearing the classes. In case someone misses the class, it is responsibility that you, in your other time in the week, you hear the class and make notes. So Krishna says in the 18th chapter that anyone who reads Bhagavad Gita or hears about Bhagavad Gita in the classes and all, he is actually worshipping him with his intelligence. अपनी बुद्धि को लेके वो मेरे को पूजा कर रहा है, आरती उतार रहा है. कैसे आरती उतार रहा है? आग की आरती नहीं. He is not using fire to offer lamp to me. He is offering his intelligence by reading and hearing about the Bhagavad Gita. So the second principle is to read the books, or if you have missed the classes, you hear the classes in your time and come prepared. So this is second. And the third one is chanting tesam satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam. Chanting is basically bhajan. Krishna says in 10 point, we will discuss these slokas later on also, 10.10, that Bhagavad Gita 10:10, that whoever does my bhajan, dadami buddhi yogam tam, only he gets the buddhi to understand me, to how to love him, and to understand the matters of Bhagavad Gita. So these principles are very essential prerequisite to understand the advanced subject matter of the Bhagavad Gita. So I request that those who are enrolling for the Bhagavad Gita advanced course, I think we'll have to choose someone as coordinator who can call. That we will have two groups. We'll have one WhatsApp group, but there will be two or three groups depending on the numbers of the registrations, where the men will be in one group and the ladies will be in one group. And apart from the classes, there will be like, you have to once in a month or once in 15 days, there will be a little bit of discussion, which you have to find out your own time in the group and do it, so that there is interactions. And Krishna says that only by interacting with devotees, you can learn about me, you can learn about Bhagavad Gita. That's what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. So I don't know, next week I have I'm going to IIT Kharagpur to give a seminar there in IIT Kharagpur to some students. So next week I think I cannot take class, but next week is Holi. I don't know if all of you agree. We will start from Holi. It's a good day to start, but I don't know whether to start on Holi or not. How you feel Holi if I start the classes on Holi. So I think in the WhatsApp group we will update you. But next week, 17th, we are not having class. And also we will send you e-certificates. Bhisma will make, and we will send you e-certificates for completing this Basics Bhagavad Gita course. And I just gave an overview of advanced course, of why advanced course is required, and what Krishna says in further in Bhagavad Gita in the advanced level. Okay. I think they will create a WhatsApp group, and they will also send the details in the new WhatsApp group. As far as the Bhagavad Gita basics are concerned, someone who wants to do further, we will again do a Bhagavad Gita basics course. So what we will do is that we will keep this type of timings. 11 a.m. to 12:30 we will do the advanced. I think we'll end by 12:15, and 12:30 to 2 p.m. we'll do the basics course, the new basics course we can do. Okay, so someone was missed. I think some people were telling Bikram that they have missed, they have not done, so they can do in that. So we will keep the advanced course timings as 11 to 12:30. Okay, but we will end before that. 12:30 se pehle hi khatam ho jayega, but we will keep this timing. Okay, so I think devotees will contact you. I'll call you, and we'll keep two groups: one ladies group and one men group, and we'll give some monthly assignment. Assignment means simple. It's a group discussion. We have to discuss. Okay. Is this clear? And I'm very happy that all of you are doing it nicely. I saw the answer scripts. It's really, really nice. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. 17th, there is no class. 24th, we will decide whether Holi may will start or not, because all of you will be busy or how. Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Yeah, there are some questions. Anyone can ask question now. One who have not done basics class, should he join? No. You have to do the basics class. You cannot do the basic and advanced simultaneously. That is not there. Again, we will continue. Advanced khatam ho jayega, we will do something. So we will again start. Any question? Anyone has any question?
I have one question.
Yeah.
If the Canada group be divided just like that, means only female in one group, only male in one group, is it important? Or let there be male and female in one group, another group consisting of male and female, if that is possible at all, actually?
But by doing that, ladies, I have seen, if we keep male and female together, then what problems we have observed is that ladies, those who are not working, they get generally time in the daytime, and the men are actually having work at that time. So it becomes very, very complicated. So if we keep ladies
But
separate,
I
men.
am working class when I work. I come back at home at 6 o'clock. I
So it
move
is
out at
easier.
10.
Mostly we have seen that 50-60, actually we will do it like, क्या क्या कर सकते हैं हम, इसको फोन करके पर्सनली करना पड़ेगा,
Yeah,
कौन सा
we
क्या
have
हाँ,
to talk about that. Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
we sort it out,
Because
but
I will be
that is the
done
basic
now.
problem. Men का generally I have seen all the men, they are meeting at 6:30 in the morning, but 6:30 in the morning for the ladies is like the most marathon time. Kids are going for school and everything. So I saw that sorry.
It will be once in a 2 weeks or once in a month, something like that.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
it continues for half hour or that I
So
don't
that's
think
we'll
will
see.
be a problem.
We'll negotiate like what can be done the best, which will.
Yeah,
But
we will
yeah,
so talk and sort it out
yeah,
among ourselves.
yeah. So like that. Okay.
But that the time that we put all, then only we will get into discussion.
Yeah. Correct. And
I
anything
think
else?
that both of gender should be there in a group.
Yeah. Anything else?
Huh?
Anyone has any question? Hare Krishna. Anyone has any more question? No more question. Thank you so much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.